Hey YouTube, today I'm going to talk about bullying and self-harm. I went through bullying, well not really bullying, but I've seen people get bullied all throughout high school, and I've seen the damage that it can do to people, and it really, when you see it happening to somebody or you're going through it yourself, it really slaps you in the face and gives you a reality check and makes you realize how cruel this world can be and how cruel people can be, and it's really horrible. And I got to the point where, well, in middle school and high school, I started dabbling into drugs, kind of. Not hard drugs until, well, I'm not going there. But not really hard drugs, but stuff that I shouldn't be doing at that age. And my mom was living in Florida, and I was living in South Carolina, and she was living in Florida because she was working there. And I guess it really got to me not having my mom around, and I was living with my grandma at that time. And I just didn't really have anybody. No friends, no parent, nobody to talk to, really. And so I guess I started doing stupid stuff to get attention, I guess. And it did work, but not the kind of attention that I wanted. And my grandma found out about it eventually, and she ended up telling my mom. And my mom came from Florida and got me and took me back down there with her. And that made it even worse. Because then I really didn't have any friends or nobody that I knew. And I stayed down there for 2 years, and I never once made one friend. And it got to the point where I sat in my apartment by myself all day in my room upstairs and cried my eyes out all day and all night because I knew nobody, and nobody would talk to me. It's like I was a loner, and I don't know why. So that's when I started cutting and self-harming myself. And I don't like remembering this part of my life because this was a very dark part of my life that I finally found my way out of. And people helped me along the way too. But at my middle school, when I was in Florida, I kind of did get bullied a little bit. And it's just not something you want to have to go through or deal with. Like, it brings you down and it tears you apart. And especially when you feel like you have nobody to talk to about it and nobody's there for you. So I guess I just turned to cutting because I felt like I was just dead, really. So I guess cutting really made me feel pain and made me feel like I was alive, and showed me that I was alive. I don't really know how to explain it. I guess that's really the best way I can explain it. But if you don't have anything nice to say to anybody, don't say anything at all. Or if you really don't like what they have on, or if they ask for your opinion and you know the answer is going to be mean, don't try to be that blunt. Like, make up a little white lie and say, hey, I like your shirt. I like your hair today. You look really nice today. Just to make their day. Or just hold the door open at some random place for anybody, really. It can make their day. And, or like my boyfriend did the other day. he left a $5 tip to the waitress, and because she was having a pretty bad day, and it really made her day. Like, her face lit up, and me and him both really enjoyed seeing that and making her happy. I guess the point of this video is you shouldn't have to bully somebody or try to bring somebody down to make yourself feel better. It's really childish, and it doesn't help anything. It just makes you look like a fool, and it's not something that you should do to try to make yourself look cool, because it is not cool at all whatsoever. People go through things like this all the time and destroys their life, and I know some people that have actually killed themselves because of it, and that's just not something this world should have to go through. Like, there's no point in it. Leave people alone. Be nice to people. Why can't people in this world be kind and generous? Like, kind and generous and nice people now get taken advantage of and get walked all over, and I don't understand that, and I never will. I guess I just wanted to share my story with you and maybe influence somebody. I don't know. But if I help one person, and if any of y'all need any advice on anything, you are more than welcome to message me on my YouTube or comment or anything that you feel like you need to do to get in contact with somebody. If you're going through a hard time, I'm always here to talk to you, always, because I know I needed that more than anything, and no one was ever there for me. Well, I'm gonna end this video now. I hoped I helped at least one person, because that would mean the world to me. Bye, YouTube.